for serious injuries and live with constant pain, and some have been permanently crippled. Well, part stunt person, part gymnast, part all athlete. That's how many professional wrestlers describe themselves, and the stars of the future are training right here in mid-Missouri. ABC 17's Mark Welp joins us now live from the World League Wrestling headquarters in Eldon with more. Now, Mark, I understand being a professional wrestler can be demanding.
Well, John, demanding is definitely an understatement. I can tell you people have always questioned sometimes the authenticity of wrestling, but it's not necessarily who wins or loses. It's what happens in that ring. And I can tell you what happens in that ring is painful and tough. Recently, I stepped between the ropes to see just how real it is.
It's been fun over the years.
Handsome Harley Race has been in the business since 1959 when he was only 15 years old. His in-ring career lasted 30 years until he dove through a table during a match.
About a month later, I had an intestine blow apart from the bruise from that table. And 7 abdominal surgery later, I was virtually out of the business.
Today, Harley promotes World League Wrestling. He trains wrestlers and features them on cards around the state. At a recent WLW card, 2 veteran wrestling stars told me what the business they love does their bodies.
Punishment's ridiculous. I mean, you're in pain, but you still wrestle. When you're injured, you can't. So sometimes you don't even get stuff looked at. You just know it hurts.
We maybe look good now, but once, you know, as we grow old, it's going to come back on us. You know, bad back, knees, elbows.
20 years ago, Harley Race feuded with stars like Dusty Rhodes. Today, Dusty's 21-year-old son, Trevor Rhodes, is helping Harley train others.
I've only, my head's been busted open a couple times, and I've had a few cuts and bruises, but honestly, I've been real blessed.
Here at World League, it's not just a man's game. Meet trainer Malaya Hosaka. Hi, Malaya.
Hi,
how are you?
it's really nice to meet you.
A wrestler and Hollywood stuntwoman, Malaya has suffered many injuries in her 13-year career.
I've broken my hand here, and broke my thumb, broke my elbow, bruised ribs, torn ACL in my right knee, torn meniscus in my right knee.
After a grueling cardio workout, it was time for me to take some bumps.
You're gonna land here. You're gonna land here.
Okay.
Oh! Did I do that right?
Yeah, kind of.
That didn't feel right.
The first thing you learn is to land on your back. It may look easy, but as I quickly learned, even when you do it correctly, it hurts.
You did a perfect landing the way it should be done. It's still going to hurt, right?
Sure does. Cannot not hurt.
Almost every move you do hurts. It's just a matter of minimizing the pain. Next, we hit the ropes. In this case, a steel cable and a rubber tube. Hitting them wrong can separate your ribs or worse.
Oh, okay. Now, what did I do there?
You didn't stay square. You didn't stay low enough.
Next, I learned a typical body slam feels anything but typical.
Oh! Oh!
You all right?
Feels good, huh?
The suplex, a standard move perfected by Harley Race, is just as jarring.
Oh!
Looking at the second attempt in slow motion, you can see the mat is no trampoline. It's unforgiving. You can see Trevor is protecting my neck, but my shoulders, spine, and backside absorb all the impact. Every move I took required complete faith in my opponent.
You're trusting somebody else with your life and your career. It takes a lot of trust, and we don't always like each other in there.
We're not in there to physically maim anybody. We are in there to highly entertain everybody. And somewhere in between, it takes one hell of an athlete to be able to do it.
Athletes, no doubt. I can tell you, I'm going to quit complaining now because everybody's listening to me complain for a week. It still hurts, but you know what? These guys do this every day, and it's really grueling training, so I'll handle it to the pros. Guys, we'll be back in a little while with a live interview with Missouri native and 8-time NWA world champion Harley Race. Stay tuned. We'll send it back to you, John.
All right, thank you, Mark. Wrestling organizations don't offer their employees health insurance or pension programs. Most wrestlers live with constant pain, and they only get surgery if it's career or life threatening.
I tell you, I really enjoyed Mark Welp's piece growing up around here. Saturday nights, late night, used to watch wrestling.